there's a lot more that impacts cryptocurrency in general and the price of it. And obviously regulatory concerns surrounding it is a big deal, especially with the IRS. And the IRS has obviously been having a lot of layoffs, but they're also getting rid of 2 key directors working on crypto initiatives. The names were Seth Wilkes and Raj Mujeri. I can't say that word. I can't say his last name. I apologize. I don't know too much in Indian there. On Friday, after they accepted deferred resignation offers directed by the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE for short, being run obviously by the Elon Musk team. So they both went to the IRS from the crypto industry and are technically still employees with the IRS for the next few months, but they are on paid administrative leave as of Friday afternoon. 2 people familiar with the situation told CoinDesk. President Donald Trump's administration, through DOGE, offered deferred resignations to a wide array of federal employees earlier this year. So not to be confused, they aren't firing them. This was just a part of the deferred resignations. Wilkes, who previously a vice president at TaxBit, and Mujeri, God, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Who was previously Consensus and Binance US's head of tax, both joined the IRS Digital Asset Initiative in February of 2024 and were tasked with helping the IRS build a better approach to crypto taxation, including leading the agency's efforts to build reporting, compliance, and enforcement programs for crypto and coordinating the industry. They worked on an updated 1099-DA tax form shared last summer to aid U.S. persons with filing taxes tied to digital asset transactions. The pair also oversaw parts of the agency's efforts to draft tax rules for the crypto industry. The IRS finalized one such rule, imposing certain data collection requirements on DeFi brokers in the waning days of the former Joe Biden administration. This rule was overturned by Congress earlier this year under the Congressional Review Act in a joint resolution signed by Trump. Wilkes was the IRS's executive director of digital asset strategy and development, while this guy was the executive director of the digital assets office. Both people who spoke to CoinDesk noted that the 2 officials had accepted voluntary buyouts, but that these deferred resignations came ahead of expected cuts to IRS staff. More than 20,000 IRS employees signed up for the deferred resignation program, reported by the New York Times last month, with these employees being put on administrative leave through September. Obviously, it was a fantastic deal. They got like severance for like 8 months or something insane like that, and administrative leave. You kind of be crazy. I mean, in my humble opinion, if my work came to me and was like, look, we're about to do some layoffs. What we're going to do is we're going to do, administrative leave. You'll get paid for the entire time, and that'll give you time to find another job or whatever. Of course you're going to take that. It's a great deal. Well, I think in general, that's my opinion on the whole thing. Obviously, I'm happy that we're cutting IRS agents in general, because libertarian at the end of the day, by and large. I mean, obviously, I think that there's a lot more nuance to that. But, I think taxation is theft. That's kind of my stance on the whole thing. And it doesn't seem to improve anything. It just seems to, my money disappears at the end of the day. That's my perception. I could be wrong. But it is what it is. Sky was asking, how does mining with AI work? You don't mine with AI. Essentially, you run models, and people can rent your rigs through platforms like Salad, through platforms like Vast AI. There are crypto-related projects as well, like Clore AI, which allows you to rent, your rigs to run AI models with Bitcoin, etc. The hard part about it is, one, the GPUs are, it's obviously a very competitive market. You want to have like the 5090s, 4090s, and at the very least some 3090s, right? To compete. And you really also have to have full access to the PCIe lanes and a pretty beefy CPU, as well as adequate amount of memory, like system memory. So it's not like plug in your crypto mining rig, point it to AI, and mine it, right? And depending on, like, it's a lot more competitive too, because you have a lot of individuals that, are getting into it, and they may have, epic servers with 5090s and the latest and greatest, and you're trying to run off of a Xeon in, I don't know, one of the new Octominer X99 boards, or maybe you have some old Threadripper. Like I have an old Threadripper that I set one up on. It's just not as competitive. And obviously, if you're renting, you're gonna basically compare and contrast all of that at the end of the day. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. If you would like to see more from this particular episode, take a look up here. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me directly, you can go to sonofatech.locals.com and become a member. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.